winners talking.
Doug, pass me a champagne.
Aye, say no more. Say no more.
It's Sunday service. Pound sterling the hustler. Big
But the
Doug.
rose ones out here today.
Yeah, come on, everything pink today. It's all pink today because we're doing up certain vibes. So we got to go with the pink.
Yeah, man.
Put the kids to bed. Tell them this one's not for them.
It's not for them.
You know them ones. If you're looking for Pastor P and Deacon Doug,
It's not this week.
it's not this week. Come back next week. It's Big Pounds and Big Dougie Doug this week, and we've got special guests with us. They've come down from, where you come from? Teesside.
Teesside.
Come all the way down from Teesside.
Yeah.
It's one of my friend them. He's a good guy. See, when I'm doing my music, he's always harassing me. More music. More music. More music, P. Yeah. One more, P. Yeah. One more. Most requested every week. Daps.
I said get them down.
When's the porn couple come in?
Get them
Every
down.
week. So we made it happen now. Brooklyn Blue. And my guy Billy in the building. Say the surname for me again. Billy what? Marrick. Billy Marrick in the building.
Yeah. Welcome down.
Thanks for
Welcome
Thanks
down.
for
What did you tweet on Friday? We're going to be talking all things porn, I presume.
Of course,
it goes without me saying.
Of course, what else would you talk about?
Come on, come on. So yeah, it's one of them ones today. Glad to have you here.
Yes,
You come down today. How did you find the journey down, bro?
It was alright, except the M25. Fucking nightmare.
The
Yeah.
worst.
Tell me about it.
Flying until we got to there, and then it's jammed. It doesn't matter what time of day it is.
Yeah.
It's always rammed in it for no reason, no accidents.
Which way you're going on it as well.
Yeah, just too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from that, it was good though.
Yeah, like you've been down for the whole weekend or just been?
No, we just come today.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that. Very
come for
appreciative. See the love. See the love that comes just for this. See, people say my phone book's deep. It's also diverse.
Yeah,
Man's got a very diverse phone book, you know? It's right. You see the levels of the phone book. The phone book goes all directions. You know, like that. But yeah, good to have you here. So we're going to talk all things porn and other stuff as well, because, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, you've been in the industry now for how many years? I'm presuming that you were in it before him, because
Yeah. Makes me sound old when I say this. So I hit 10 years in the industry this year.
Okay.
So, and then I dragged him into it. Of course, he was like totally unwilling to go and get dragged into it, you know. So dragged you into it, what, about 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5-6 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Was you proper unwilling or was you like?
No, I wasn't really.
This brother.
Yeah, I went. Go on.
No. Okay.
I have to fuck loads of women with big tits? Hell fucking no. Like, what? No. But, yeah, so a long time now, a long time.
Yeah. And what about you? So 5 years. How you
5-6
finding
years,
your
Yeah, it was good. Like when the way it happened was you were on a shoot, weren't you? With like a big company, and then she phoned me up and said, "Oh, the woman who runs
Two shoots
it."
actually. It was 2 scenes that day.
Yeah, she was asking about me. So do I want to do it?
The guy
So I thought-
cancelled, weren't it? That was it.
No, but this I'm talking about like when I said yeah to it, innit?
Oh right, okay.
So they said, "Do I want to do it?" So I thought, because it's like a quick route in, I don't have to work my way up like most lads do. Do you know what I mean? I could have gone straight in with a big company. So I thought, I had to think about it, because I thought if I'm going to do it, you have to do it fully, don't you? You know, like a lot of people do porn, they have a little dabble, or they want to keep the face covered.
Yeah.
But I was saying to you, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to fully do
Jump
it after
in,
this first shoot.
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck it, why not? And then I did it, and then I was meant to do one. You were doing 2 scenes. I was doing 1 scene, and then on the way to the shoot, the woman phoned, didn't she? And she said, "Oh, the other guys pulled out.
Yeah.
Can I do 2 shoots?" So I was like, "Fuck it." If I'm
Like, proper, like,
I said, as long as she gives me like a half an hour break to have a protein shake and that, then
then I'm back on. So
it was like proper thrown in the deep end, because like it was literally just meant to be like 1 scene, and then she was like, "The guy's cancelled. We need another guy. Would your bloke be able to do 2 scenes?" And he's like, "Oh, all right then, yeah,
I
let's
thought,
do
fuck
it."
it. If I'm gonna do it, throw myself into the deep end. So I said,
Yeah.
half an hour break, protein shake. Did 2 scenes, banged out.
And then the first scene happened to be I had to come down in a wedding dress.
that
Didn't
was
I?
it was
It was a bit awkward. You know? But yeah, that was
good,
it.
though.
So how did you two meet?
So I basically tweeted him and said, "I need a personal trainer, come and train me." So we started training together, but we weren't really like close or nothing. And then I went off to Vegas on a girls' holiday. And my friend who was going to Vegas with me, she had to come back. They literally, like, she couldn't go and she had to, like, turn around and fly all the way back home. So I ended up in Vegas completely on my own. So I'm ringing the airline. I'm going, oh, I need to get a ticket back. I need to get a ticket back. And they're going, well, it's the same price to fly back singly than to have a return ticket going out. So I was like, right, fuck it. I'll find someone to come out. So I'm ringing all my friends, everyone like that. And I'm thinking, no one could make it on this day. So I thought, should I ring Ian? Like, literally, like, because
You've only known each other like what?
We didn't know each other that well. We'd
4 months.
literally know each other like a few months, but we weren't like, you know when you're friends with someone, but you don't really know each other. So I thought, right, last resort, I'm going to ask him. And I literally texted him and I was like, I know this is really random. If I send you the money now, can you book the next flight to Vegas? And he did. And that was...
Because I was PTing her, so
That
my
was
job's
it.
flexible. She FaceTimed me, she went, would you be at fly out tomorrow morning? There's a flight at 11. And this was at like 5 in the afternoon. I was going back into the gym. And she's like, you can go 11 in the morning from Gatwick. So I thought, and she goes, it's spring break. So I was like, fuck, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. I've always wanted to go spring break. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not, innit?
Yeah, and that was literally it. And then, like, the rest of this history, weren't it, really? But... yeah, and when you tell people that story and they're like, what? But it's actually true.
Remember what?
Sometimes things happen like that. Though.
Yeah, like that week as well, one of my friends had just died, innit? So I was just in my flat on a downer. And she was like, life's too short, bro, just come out. And I thought, yeah, it is. So I'm coming, fuck it, I'm coming.
Right time,
Packed
you know what I'm saying?
Went out there, it was sick as well, innit?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was wicked.
Yeah.
So from the beginning, was you always okay with dealing with her line of work, porn industry?
Yeah,
It was
you have
always
to be really, like, I don't get lads who get with girls that do porn and have a problem with it, because, like, you can't, can you? And I think because we were friends, when she used to tell me about work, as, like, genuine friends, she told me about work for that long. It just, like, I knew that was legit, do you know what I mean? Whereas maybe if we started dating straight away and you told me, oh, it's just work, maybe I would have thought you were trying to tell me just, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Because we were friends, I knew it was proper, do you know what I mean?
You have a
And
different understanding of it.
Yeah.
Than when some people that don't know about the industry come in
Yeah,
and
you think
some
it's a
mad
certain
shit
way,
where
yeah.
You're just, you've got a better understanding, you're cool
Yeah.
with it. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I get it. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
And when you're around people that do it, you see how it is. Do you know what I mean? So.
All right, so Brooklyn, how did you get into the industry then?
So I had everyone loves the
come
story.
on, let it flow.
I had an ex that cheated on me 5 times. So I thought, what's the best way to get someone back that's cheated on you 5 times? I know, I'm going to go shoot a porno. So I literally went and shot this porno, and then it was 2 guys in the scene as well.
You man, let that sink. You cheating dogs, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
I literally
Wait,
thought,
and you girls don't get any ideas. Don't get any ideas.
I was just
But
like,
alright, sorry, let me go on.
it was
2 guys, porno. Yeah, go
yeah,
on.
because I was like, well, if you're going to cheat on me, then I'm going to do something way fucking better. So I'm going to go shoot a porno with these 2 guys, and then I'm going to send you the copy of the video, and I'm going to get fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And it was meant to just be a one-off like that. And then the next thing I know, I had like the big American companies calling me, and then that was it. I was just out there shooting like loads of stuff. And that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, it was kind of, yeah, but I think that was the best thing that happened, really.
What were you doing before then?
So I was stripping. I've always been like in that kind of like industry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I always kind of
Just
was
upped
like, I was always intrigued by porn. Like, you know, you used to always see the porn girls and you used to think, oh, I'd actually love to do that. But then you think, you can't do that because it's wrong if you do porn, you know? Like, I mean, I'm talking like 10, things are different now. But like 10, 12, 15 years ago, it was very like, if you did porn, it was very like, you do porn, like you don't talk about it. Whereas now, everyone's got everything.
Yeah.
Porn's totally normal now. But so back then it was like that. But yeah, it was good. I love porn, you know what I mean? I love doing it.
I'm sure. And the mad thing is, people that are funny about it now, a lot of them are doing it for free anyway. So you might as well
That's
get
exactly
paid,
it,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yes,
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people are out there shooting videos, shooting themselves fucking and doing whatever.
Yeah.
You got OnlyFans
So that's
and
my
whatever.
thing. Like, sometimes people say to me, oh, how'd you deal with your wife doing that? And I'm like, mate, I know lads' girlfriends who do that on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
no money.
Yeah.
And you can
Without
separate
telling
it
them.
in your mind. You can separate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is big.
Even like when I'm working, you go into like work mode. So like to.
Do you ever watch him in work mode and think you're working a bit too hard or you're loving it a bit too
No,
much?
she tells me go harder.
No, because women are different. You know, women are what
Yeah.
they'll say. No, you got to accept it, but then the woman will be like, you look like you were loving that a bit too much.
She tells me
I'm
go
the
harder.
opposite. I'm the worst.
She's
Like,
gonna say,
I had a shoot
things,
before.
talk the things.
Remember that? I can't say who it was. I had a shoot, and the girl was a bit difficult to work with. So I'm kind of, it was a bit half-hearted. And I was thinking, this is,
Big.
No, just difficult.
Difficult to work with.
Yeah, some girls are a bit awkward. Yeah.
Go on. Carry on. Don't worry. Come on, what's he talking about? Carry on.
So she's a bit difficult to work with, and I was struggling. I was thinking, this is looking shit. You know, I could see where the camera guy was. I was thinking, this is looking crap. So I'm going, and she was kind of directing. So I look behind the cameraman. She's there going, harder. So I'm like, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Come on.
Is that better? I'm like,
Yeah.
Because is that the thing that you have to kind of put on a performance in order for
Oh,
the work
yeah.
to
performing in it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just work. Yeah.
You're an actor at the end of the day, and like if you can't act an amazing fake orgasm and you can't act all this brilliant stuff, the scene is going to look absolutely crap. So you have to put on like a proper performance. That's what it comes down to at the end of the
And
day.
half the people you work with are married, got like long-term girlfriends, long-term boyfriends.
Yeah.
Who come down to the shoot and that as well, and they'll just be sat in the background.
Yeah.
And when everyone's finished the shoot, you're like, all right, like,
Yeah.
good
And I
shoot,
think
nice
that-
to see you later, and that's it. It's not like, I think people get the idea that
It's just one big.
when you do the shoot, then afterwards you're going to be texting each other, and you might go
But
and
it's
meet
not
them,
that.
and it's creepy. No, it's like work's done.
Yeah.
Like when you're at any job, like, all right, finish your shift, see you later, see you next
Yeah.
week, whatever.
But sometimes it looks like it's kind of popping around your house. Though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just asking, what is it a myth?
So,
Or-
I invited you. I invited you.
I
for
know,
that
I know. We're
barbecue,
going. Just cool. Just cool. Everyone just cool. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. So it look round. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of going off around your house, though. You can't tell me that's all. Yeah, at times there's got to be times, you know. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think we're just making the most of that house, innit? We've got a nice house and that now.
Yeah, you bought that recently, no?
Yeah.
You bought a lovely
Just
home.
before the first lockdown, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lovely home.
Luckily.
So business is good. Life
Yeah.
is good. And one thing I've got to say as well, observing and seeing what's going on, you're very business savvy. Because I always watch business and see you're making sure the business is. I know you've had your World of Brooklyn side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But OnlyFans, the two of you have got all that going on. I see you make sure that business, first and foremost, this is a
that's what it
business.
is.
That's
Yeah.
what it's about. That's
Yeah.
that's what it's about mainly. Now, who's taking is it a joint enterprise or who's really the brains behind the operation? Here? Let's go.
For both.
I knew she was going to say that. I knew she was going to say it as well. But it's a joint enterprise, really, though,
Yeah,
right?
you have to push each other.
It's
Like,
joint,
it's a
yeah,
joint.
we have
I'll
to
push
work
her to do
together.
her thing. Yeah, you push me, do mine. Like, we just always trying to think of stuff together, aren't we?
Yeah.
Making sure we're shooting enough.
But I'll come out with like the crazy ideas. When I'm like, oh, let's shoot this, and this. And then sometimes he's like, nah, we're not doing that or whatever.
Let's get an example of this, and this. What are the few of them? What are you saying?
I don't even
Well,
know
that
that.
DVD that we did was mad. The spy one.
Oh yeah, so we did this mad spy DVD. It was my fantastic idea of
Like
let's
a
do like
feature, like a proper
a
feature
James Bond
length one.
parody type thing. And I had like stunt people in on motorbikes, everything. We're running around like being spies. It was proper crazy.
We hired a boat. That boat, didn't we?
We hired a boat and we was on the boat like and all this. It was really good, wasn't it? And so yeah, I'll come up with some of them crazy ideas, and then sometimes he's just like, let's just do something like more real. It's not all about doing the big productions and stuff like that. A lot of the realness
like the
is,
real
and the
stuff,
raw
innit?
reality stuff is like what sells as well. But I like to do the really. I'm over the top.
Yeah.
So everything I do in life has to be over the top.
And
So
when you push, so where does the content get pushed out? So you like you say you did a DVD. So does it go out like as a CD, or does it like would you sell it on to like one of the other brands or some of the big like websites, or how did that go about?
So it like depends. So we've done like DVDs before, which actually just go as DVDs into shops and stuff, and then the rest of the stuff can
Exclusive
go
on the website?
online on a member site or OnlyFans, all that type of stuff. It just depends what you're shooting for. I mean, the DVD thing's a bit old now. Like you can still sell them, and people do still buy them, but it's all sort of more online stuff
Last week
now.
we went in one of the sex shops and our DVDs in there. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The joke is, I remember one time you must have posted years ago. You posted something like I can't remember where you might have been in Amsterdam or something. You're like on holiday with the boys, and I've seen one of the missus's
Oh
DVDs.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, my memory's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
My memory's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, he's at peace with those. From then I knew
Yeah.
you're good. And do you remember when I treated you one time and said, make sure you look after my boy, you know, because
yeah.
a real one
Yeah.
understands, because he's understanding game. You understand
Yeah.
that? I was like, he's understanding
I
game.
think that is how it should be. Like you need to support each other and push each other.
Yeah.
And like I said, the lads who get with girls that do porn or strip, and then after a while of dating them, they have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't know why don't
Yeah,
date
force
girls
them
that
out
do
the game
porn.
and
Yeah.
and then not willing to
And you
use
see
the
the girls
other
come
Yeah.
off all the stop doing OnlyFans and stop working, And then 6 months later, they're like, "Oh, I'm back now."
Yeah, because you met
Because
her.
now
You
you
met her
split
a
up.
certain way, but you tried to change everything that she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you shouldn't do that. It's kind of like if you get involved with a girl from the industry, you know what you're expecting, you know what you sign up for, and that's it. And you've got to be able to deal with it. You can't just change halfway through. And obviously, like if you run it like we do, like you were saying, it's a business. Like we do well out of it, you know. And
Yeah. Come on.
everything we've got is from porn. Everything, everything we've done is from porn. So without it, we wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah.
And what, you were personal training before that?
Yeah. I still do personal training.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? You man letting your girl go with the personal trainer. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting the personal trainer talk. See how it ends up. Fucking no.
Personal trainer.
Yeah, personal. See them personal trainer man. I always talk to them about them man there, you know.
Like blogging.
Yeah, them personal training. That come on, just a couple more squats. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, all right. What year was it? I don't know what year it was, but you went on the X Factor. You ended up in the papers.
Oh
Tell me
my
how that went.
So, I didn't actually audition for it. That was the thing. I went there with a friend who had an audition, and then the next thing I know, the producers were all over me, and they were like just dragging me along to like do all this auditioning stuff, and they were like bypassing me through bits, and then they were like, right, can you just audition now? And this was like way far. Like, I mean, there's like 5 auditions before you get even to like the TV bit.
Yeah.
So they just kind of bypassed me all through that, put me in the main bit, and then were like audition. So I sang whatever and got through. And the next thing I know, I'm going on the TV, I'm doing all this, I'm meeting Simon Cowell, whatever. And then they're like, oh, right, we've just found out you do porn, you can't be a part of the show.
Right, so hold on. You just went there with your friend.
Yeah.
They saw you and were just like, come, let's get you on the show.
Yeah.
Could you actually sing?
Yeah, I can actually sing, yeah.
Okay. I know, I've seen you hit a couple high notes still. No pun intended. But yeah, go on. But yeah, so you actually sang, they moved you through, put you on the show. Mm-hmm. How many episodes were you on for? Or was it just the one?
So it's just the one, but before the TV bit, there's like 5 different processes.
That
like
just
before
aren't seen
that,
on the- right,
yeah.
got
So
you,
they
got
you
you.
can't see any of that. So they bypassed me through like all of that, and I'm
fast track.
talking like there was people queuing for each section, and then I'm walking around with this guy with a clipboard, and he's walking up to the door going, oh yeah, can you just sign this? Oh yeah, sign it. Oh yeah, you've done that bit. Oh, and literally that's how it was. It was so crazy.
See?
And then the next thing I know, oh, we can't have you on it because you do porn. Well, the way I see it is they must have known that from the beginning. I think it was I was maybe used as, I don't know,
So did anything
advertising.
air with you actually on it, or did you do the actual audition and they aired it on and then?
They never aired it, no.
You just went
No.
straight to newspaper talk.
Went straight to the papers, yeah, basically saying porn stars kicked off the X Factor for having the triple X Factor.
Oh,
But did it benefit you in some ways as well? It must have
Yeah,
forwarded you.
of course,
because
yeah.
you own what you do. It's not like you were doing it, you
Exactly,
were hiding
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So it only benefited you probably and got you more work because you do
Yeah.
big. You work with big companies. Now, like obviously, I had to do a little research and that. You know what I mean? Because as you do, I'm a professional. I'm making me do my due diligence. Let's not make me sound like pervert P out here.
Yeah.
I did my due diligence. You know, I see Brazzers and some of them big companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more company.
You know, we're aware of Brazzers. Doug said, yeah, we're
Anyone out there going on like they don't watch porn? Allow me.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Everyone
Because
watches it.
Everybody does.
Everyone slaps on
Everybody
porn,
does.
man.
So that's
Yeah.
why.
Everybody, it's like this whole cult, like
So,
oh shit. you
so
don't
let me
talk
just
about
say
it.
that now. As we say this, let me just say that now. Anyone that's gonna want to jump on and watch now and be like, wanting to do judging and this, that, we're not doing that in here today.
Nah.
So don't.
Turn it off.
So yeah, that's
off,
why I said in the beginning, you might as well jump off now. Flick, come back next week
Yeah.
because we're not doing no judging
people
because
are talking.
it's grown conversations.
Yeah.
Everyone makes their money how they make their money.
Trust
Everyone
me.
does what they do. They're owning their lane of what they do. You understand? They're good people. They
And certain
take
people could do it themselves. They'll do it too.
all day long.
Trust
If you when they see the size of the house and the what's going on, they'll be saying, "Rah!" They'll be saying, "Hey, get the camera out! Get the camera out! Hey, man, hey, bend over, bend over." They'll be saying, when they say, trust and believe. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to what we're talking. You don't want to top up or something? Yeah. Go ahead. I'll keep
Yeah,
talking
keep
while you
in
do that.
mind.
Top up the beverages as we move. But yeah, so that's what we're on X Factor. So you said Brazzers. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
big companies. So they fly. Do you film for them over here? Hold on, you're right in front of the camera, Vox.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry,
You can
no,
tell he's not used to the cameras, can't you?
He's used to putting his arse in front of the camera. This is you know the ones. He went straight and put his arse in front of people.
exactly.
It's not a working day, box. It's not a working day, mate. Come on.
Not today.
Not today, Rock. Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. We'll take a moment as he pours up. My camera's still good to go. So yeah, I'm saying now, do you film the content over here for them, or do you go over to America at times?
It depends. So I've done a bit of both. So obviously they've got their own little production team over here now. But I've done like location shoots where I've been like, you know, in Europe, I've been in America, I've been in Vegas. I've shot all over the world for porn, and it just depends. Like it just depends on what they're filming. Nowadays it tends to stick more to just being over here. But like when I first started in that, there was a lot more money in like the production companies. So we used to always sort of go abroad like all the time. Like if there was like one series that we were doing for like a channel or whatever, it literally used to be we'd all go off to the south of France and shoot over in the south of France for a week. And I remember just sitting there sometimes, and I only had 2 scenes in that whole thing, and I would just sunbathe the rest of the time, and I'd be sitting there thinking, I'm getting paid for this, and it's just a holiday. So yeah, all over the world.
And when you say like the money changed in the production companies, like where was there a point where the game actually changed, where the production companies maybe was it a case of it all going more online than it?
Yeah, so obviously free porn came along and Pornhub took over, and that kind of changed it, and then everything started going more free and online and stuff. And even like with just things like, even when you work for the big companies, it's very easy for it to all be ripped off and put on free sites. So the money started going from that sort of side of it, and then obviously OnlyFans then came along, so it's gone even more into like online. I mean, I think nowadays,
that was a big one, wasn't it, OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans completely changed the industry, like completely. And nowadays, there's two companies now that shoot, like the big obviously you've got all your amateur companies, but I would never work for them. But like Brazzers and Harmony and that's about it. They're like the big companies, and they're still around because they're massive companies. All like the smaller fish, like gone.
Yeah, see it like they just couldn't keep up with the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
It's because you just cut out the middleman now, innit? Shoot your own stuff.
Yeah.
And post it straight away.
Yeah.
And then people sound to you.
It's like, because Pornhub is like a YouTube for it, really.
Yeah.
You just slap it up and it's like, go in it. Do you know what I mean?
OnlyFans, a lot of your business, you do a lot of business through that? Because I see you pushing that, and I presume, I don't know, but I presume you've got numbers. You've got numbers following the two of you. You've got your own thing going on. Do you have joint as well, or is it just 2 separate ones?
So we tried a joint one, but it didn't really work, did it? It was kind of like, because I think people were signing up to our individual ones to then do the joint one as well, it kind of didn't really.
Yeah, it's not targeting anyone, is it? People either sign to mine or hers.
Yeah,
and then you
or
see
they'll sign up to both and they get a bit of both. But like the joint one with me, like the minute it's something, I'll leave it on for a little bit, and if it's not doing well, close it down, move on to something else. So yeah, our OnlyFans is like the main thing now that we do, isn't it? Like with everything, that's pretty much it. And we do well off it. We do well.
Come on, that goes without. I can imagine.
OnlyFans is lucrative. Like everyone knows this. That's why it boomed up. Especially in lockdown when everyone was losing their jobs and that. You know what I mean?
You lot must have been killing it in lockdown. You're locked in.
Yeah, that's why it was good, especially for me, because obviously the gym's shut. So I'm doing any personal training. So obviously the OnlyFans, we were just smacking it, weren't we? Every day we were like, right, we're going to shoot this and this and this, and we'll just blast it.
Yeah, we were proper on it, weren't we?
Or just bare content creating. Like,
yeah.
Come on, you're
no excuses, was there anyway then?
I don't know if the audience isn't aware, they're a married couple. This isn't just like they're actually married. So you know, so a man's just gonna be, you know, handing his wife and just filming. It's not like what else are you gonna do? You're in lockdown anyway.
Exactly.
Get the cam. That's easy money. Easy money. Easy money. It's not like it's not his wife.
People that said that, like, I've got friends that do like stuff like OnlyFans and whatnot, and they were saying that their money like went up when lockdown happened because everyone was just in and out. That's it. Everyone's at home.
It was.
And that, innit? So it must have been a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not all fun, just to let you know. Like
that's
when it's like,
because
it is graft. Like I mean, like when it's like, oh, you know, you just get the camera out and you can just do this, and this. It's like we have to do like scenarios, we have to do like role play, we have to do custom videos, which some of them are just like, you know,
out of this world kind of thing.
Yeah. So all of that is like that's like proper work.
Sometimes if I'm in the gym with the lads and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to shoot this afternoon, and they're like, who are you shooting with? And I say, oh yeah. this girl, and like. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just tired though, innit? Like,
Yeah, but
and
no,
you're
but
like,
I get
shut
that.
up, man. You see,
I get that. That's the outside work. I'm talking. The homework's easy. Though,
Oh, yeah,
right?
homework's
That's
easy,
But
yeah,
when
yeah.
you got to go, no, that I can imagine that
stuff,
would be. It's not the
The
most.
worst job
It's
in
not
the
the.
world,
I was gonna say it's not the
Yeah,
most.
it's not the worst. I wanna
You're not gonna get my
go back and
sympathy out here, man.
Yeah, we
Oh, I got a pipe down
Yeah.
these 2 things this evening. Oh, for real, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you, lad.
Yeah.
Come on, serious. Like I said,
I'm sicky today.
yeah, you know what I mean? These
It's
man-
been leg day. That's it. Not happening.
That's what it is. The industry behind the scene, the industry. How do you find it? What's it like? Say like the UK porn industry compared to the US, as someone that's been in both. Is there a difference in the way things you're treated, how
Yeah.
things go, everything?
Massive difference. Like when you shoot over there, it is insane. It is literally like a Hollywood movie. The studios are incredible. The amount of cameras, everything is just. I mean, it's America, isn't it? So everything's completely a million times better. Like they just have to be over the top of everything, and it's like literally their studios are literally. You'd think you were on a blockbuster film. Like it is that insane. Whereas here, it's a bit more like you've got your studio and you've got your couple of cameras, and that's it. But America's like absolutely like nothing else. Like I mean, we were like, and the hours are longer because it's so full on and so done like a blockbuster movie. Like you'd think you're in James Bond or something. The way they film it all and stuff. I mean, you're on set from like 7 in the morning till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. Whereas here, we'll get to set at about 9 o'clock and you're done by 3. So it's very different. And over there it's a lot more. I'd say. Not that it's not glamorous. I mean, the job is glamorous, but it isn't glamorous. But it's a bit more glamorous over there than it is here.
Like, they have like conventions and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they like give out awards and shit. For
Yeah,
it,
people are more cool with it out there. Like in
By
England,
far.
it's changing now, but in England, it's been a bit more like, oh, you know, like porn, you know, oh, you do porn, like it's that kind of thing over here. Whereas in America, they're like, yeah, like we do porn, like it's great, they love it. Whereas here, people are a bit more like. What's the word?
Yeah, it's just more like
Yeah.
accepted over there, isn't it? More glamorous.
Yeah.
Seen as
Yeah,
more
people here feel
more
like they're
glamorous.
above it, like they're a bit,
Yeah.
like it's beneath them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's frowned upon still, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's changing now. It's changing a lot now because of like OnlyFans now, but it is still like frowned upon here compared to over there. Like over there, you can flaunt it, you know, and I mean, that's the best way to be anyway. If you do it, just
I think the more the younger, I was gonna say the younger generation more accustomed to it through the OnlyFans now, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon now it will be, won't it? When
yeah,
this generation get older, it'll be more accepted.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of used to it now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or more
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Box, what was it like when you went back home to the family? Said, yeah, this is my new girlfriend. She does up porn. Everything was cool from early. No complaints.
It was alright, wasn't it?
Them all right there. You know?
It was alright. Wasn't it?
it was all right.
It was all right. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. It was all right.
I mean, it's awkward, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
especially
I had
like,
to speak to my mum, innit? She had a little conversation with my mum.
well, pulled me aside and had a full blown conversation.
Yeah, but then
with the
it
ins
all
and
got
outs of
sorted, though.
everything.
Yeah.
Which was pretty awkward, especially when you've just kind of met. But apart from that,
Yeah, but then it
it's
was
all
sound after
fine
that.
now.
But since then.
Since then, fine,
Oh,
yeah.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. Come on. I'm
Yeah,
glad
my
to
parents
hear
say as long as you're happy and that, and you're working hard, and that's it, innit?
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I hear that fully. Was you around from, what was that, Television X?
Yeah.
Come on. Shout out to the man
You're
that
going
used to
back
wait for
now,
that.
Television
No,
X.
let's keep it a buck. Come on, big man thing. Shout out to the man that was waiting for that 10-minute
I
preview.
was just about
You
to
know
say
that the 10-minute
bro.
preview, the man that
I
was
got
there.
the 10-minute preview.
Yeah.
The 10-minute preview.
Yeah.
Now, man of the chick box still. I had a chick box. So, you know, not saying that I was watching, but I was watching.
Were they still even around? Or did they...
No,
that's-
they went a couple of years ago, and they're still sort of around, but they've changed their name and everything now, and they've completely changed. The company's completely changed. But Television X, that used to be one of the massive companies, like it was a
Huge,
really,
huge.
really big
Original,
company. Yeah, and I used to work for them all the time. But yeah, they've kind of gone now.
Yeah.
But they were a really good company to work for. They were good, and obviously everyone knew it because of the 10-minute preview.
Yeah.
I like, you remember that?
Yeah, bro, I remember.
Yeah.
Come on, 10-minute preview.
I remember. So that man that watching now, they remember too.
Fair man, remember.
Man as
Listen,
well, you
hold
get
your
me?
lane, hold your lane.
Salute you, man, as
Hold
well.
your lane.
Man, gonna be like, I don't know about no 10 minutes.
That's because their girl sitting.
Yeah,
That's because their girl sitting next to them.
Yeah,
But they
trust
they
me.
know about the 10 minutes. Trust me. Take a moment to shout the one of the sponsors, Too Loud. You know, got the Rex, you had a smoke with them this week. What was it saying? You were telling me. What's it saying?
Yeah, it's clean.
Clean.
Okay.
Clean.
Compared to other Rizzlers,
Come on, that unbleached,
no
unbleached Rizzler. That's tooloud.co.uk. Get involved. Shout out Hennessy as always. They keep us top, and we move. So yeah, back in again now. So what's next? What's the plans moving forward? What we doing? When I say we, I just mean That's like a. I'm not trying to jump in. I'm not trying to jump in. That was conversation. Just cool. I didn't always say though. I used to say if I didn't do certain things, that's the backup plan. Because I'd have been in the industry. I've always said I feel I'd have been top five in the world. I always say I feel I'd have been top 5 in the world. And for black guys, top 2 all day long. Lexington still ain't sharing that dead bread of blood. Anyway, we move. But yeah, go on. What we got planned?
Well, actually, I thought we was all here to do a scene today. I thought we're not doing one then, no. No, you're not.
Look at these men. These first 2 men.
Rex was like, I thought you weren't
No. We'll say that for another time. But anyway, we move. But now, while you're down there this week, is there any work going on, or is it just visiting and this, that, the other, or is it?
Visiting. We have to shoot content every week, so we'll make a day where we'll shoot some content together. But other than that, we just got the week off, really.
That's good. People need to understand. Like, I know my guy Billy does his thing as well, but Brooklyn's actually big in the game. She's big. Yeah, it's big. The circles are not that I know porn like that, because man, not really, you know what I mean. But from doing my research, my due diligence.
Yeah, your due diligence.
The circles, her social group. Nikki would love to hang around with them. The social circle that she's got, like all the the top porn stars probably for the country. Yeah, I see a lot of them. You knock around with quite a lot of them. Do you get on, or is it just for show? How do you get on with them? What's it like? Like, because women cannot get on. There's a lot of times women don't get on with each other. What's the vibe like amongst female porn stars?
Like, there's only one girl in the industry I don't get on with. The rest of them I all get on really well with. And obviously, like, the thing is, you find your group of girls that are good to work with, and you can work really well together, and when you're shooting the scene if it's good, if it's not good. So when you're doing a banging scene and you're like, this is going to look absolutely sick, like it's going to be amazing, then you'll want to work with them again, so you'll keep working with them.
And reliable people as well.
Reliable people, yeah, that's the hardest bit.
Unreliable people. So when
you say unreliable, like
don't turn up.
Don't turn up or cancel like an hour before you're meant to be shooting. Like shit like that. So when you find a circle of people that are reliable, you kind of stick with them people, innit?
Yeah.
Just people who are consistent like us and business minded.
Yeah, because from what I see from you lot, I presume like some of the shoots I see you doing, you've organised them yourselves.
Yeah.
So you've said like, so and so and so and so come and let's get this shoot done. And what? So at those times, some of them they don't turn up at times.
Sometimes there is unreliability in the industry where people just don't turn up and stuff like that. But that's why you find your reliable people, and obviously like you want to work with people on the same level as you. So it's like I kind of see it as everyone's on like a level, and like you want to work with people that are on the same level as you. So because you've got a brand at the end of the day, and my brand I think is a high brand. Like, I do a certain type of porn, and I only ever will do that type of porn. And then I'll only work with people who are on that level of that.
That's right.
High end of porn. Does that make sense?
Right. It makes perfect sense.
It's like a hierarchy of like who you'd work with. I wouldn't sort of go down to the lower levels of
like you were saying, like the American,
stuff.
more glamorous American style, innit?
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it.
There's people who do like amateur stuff, and there's people who do whatever else.
Yeah, we do cheesy. I like to call it happy porn. Yeah. It's your cheesy American. Oh my God, the cheating wife or the cheating husband, or I'm, fucking the milkman, fucking the PT, all that kind of
typical ones.
Yeah, the typical like cheesy, fun scenarios. That's what we do. I don't dive into any of the other stuff.
What about the men? Do you get on with the men in the?
Some men are really good to work with, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them are sounds. Just like the women, really. Like you meet people who are just business minded. They come, they do the work. Yeah. Everyone's like respectable and that, innit? And then we shoot off, and then there's other people who are a bit like
unreliable
or a bit not really like, they don't really come with like the A game, they just come and talk a bit of shit, and like they're not there to graft. We just when people turn up, we say, right, we're gonna shoot this and this. we need to make sure we get this footage, this angle, that angle. Do you want anything? And they go, yeah, I want this, this, and this. And we say, right. And we just make sure we tick it off, write it down, and we tick off so everyone's got what they need. And that's a good day of content, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Whereas some
everyone's
people
kind of protecting their brand as well, so they
Yeah.
just to make sure you get the most out of the day, so
Yeah.
they get what they need for their channel or whatever. We have all the footage we need for ours, and then everyone's happy.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like
That's it.
there's a good group of guys to work with, there's a good group of girls to work with, and that's it. And you just sort of stay working with that sort of lot, basically. Because you've got to protect your brand.
I've never had any problems with get lads, if that's what you mean.
No, I didn't
like issues or anything with anyone.
No, you're giving them hands.
Yeah.
I know you're giving them hands. I know you're about that life. When before you went up north, you was living in Brixton.
Yeah.
How long was you in Brixton for? Were you
10
both of you in Brixton, or was it just you?
No, you were in Sutton, and I was in Brixton
I'm a
for 10
Sutton
years.
girl.
I was up the road, and
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I was in Brixton for 10 years.
Yeah, Brixton Hill, innit?
Tulse Hill.
Tulse Hill, round the corner
yeah,
from
yeah.
one of the drillers them. But okay, yeah. So, but then you went straight. You decided back to I'm guessing it's from where you're.
Yeah. So
back to where you're
I'm
from
from the
originally.
northeast, but then I did 10 years in Brixton, and then obviously when we were getting married and stuff, and we're looking at properties, London prices are mad. Like I wanted to stay in Brixton really, but when I was looking at what we could get up north compared to what I could get in Brixton, it's a no-brainer in it. So I was sad to leave Bricky because obviously I've got a lot of boys and that down here. Got to big up my guy Loves as well.
Yeah, big up the people.
But,
there.
I got to big up Loves, Jams, DJ Q. A few of my boys I said I'd big them up. But yeah, I said I was like upset to leave Bricky one because I've met so many good people since I've been down here. Like, but no, obviously we're married, we've got a family and that.
Yeah, it's different.
And
Life's
we could get
different.
a nice house up north, so.
And also, like, we need the space. Like, you know, we needed, like, the house that we've got. We needed that size. We needed sort of to be in the middle of nowhere and stuff like that because of what we do and stuff as well. It's too, you've got to, you know.
And it's just next chapter in it. Like, Bricky, I was still having fun, going out raving.
Yeah, now you're married.
Still, and
Fun
now we're
with the
married.
yeah, no more fun, no more raving.
Yeah, that's
We
it.
work and
That's it.
No
That's
more
it.
reason, no,
we work and we stay in and do
Working, that's
nothing.
I don't even think I can rave anymore, to be honest. Gets to one in the morning, I need to go to sleep.
Damn, man, it's because you've been piping down these chicks all day. Like.
That's it.
That's
No
what it is.
energy.
No energy. Now you said you got your little family set up. You got just your son, innit?
Mm-hmm.
How old is he?
He is 9 now.
9, yeah.
He's 10 this year.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready for that conversation at some point?
Yeah, we know it's going to
have to be.
happen, and we've always said, like, when he comes to us and says that he knows something or something like that, then we'll sit him down and we'll tell him everything, and we're just going to be real about it, and and just say, you know, at the end of the day, without what we do, you wouldn't have anything that you've got, and it's the whole thing of, I think in a way we're probably the best people to educate him on that kind of thing. I mean, I remember like my mum back in the day, she didn't even want to talk about it. So I didn't know nothing. I got to like,
Yeah, I think it's better to
you know,
teach him,
you've
like,
got to teach,
so you know what's what in it. Like, we can tell him this is what we do, but you don't want to be doing this until you're this age. Make sure the girls are this age. Just teach them the right way, innit?
Yeah.
Don't like be like pussyfoot around the subject, because I think that's where people slip up, innit?
Yeah.
I had a question sent in. Ask about customized work that gets requested. Do you get customized work requested? You must do.
Yeah.
Go on. Tell me
What's
something.
those customized work? That person seems like they know what they're talking about.
It was that. But I tried, cuz, but Doug just baited it up. That's good.
You really want to know? They skimmed over it. I'm watching the viewer. I'm thinking, I want to know more about that. But then you skimmed over it, so I was just saying, I didn't know what kind of work it was about.
Ask the question with your
How
chest,
much
man.
is it?
Ask it with chest, man. Ask it with chest. This ain't the shy room. Ask that shit with chest.
And boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, God. Yeah, if he could blush, he's blushing right now.
Yeah, it's just custom vids, isn't it? People
Custom
people
videos,
email in
yeah.
and say, can you do a video where you do whatever they want, like a certain role play or whatever. And they just do it, innit?
And
then
some like
charge.
some of the requests are like they're just
Yeah, some mad ones.
oh, it's anything. Like, you know, sometimes you read it like, what? Like the funniest ones I think is normally when it's something like, oh, can what is the weirdest one we've had? We've had some strange ones.
I've had loads of weird ones. innit?
Yeah, like loads of weird ones. Like I think the funniest ones are when they sort of say things like, "Oh, you know, can you do all this and like pretend."
Or there might be
it's-
one where we need to, they're like, oh, get Billy to fuck you, but then you have to say,
You have to say certain things.
you're not fucking me as good as whatever the
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
called,
yeah,
Dan.
yeah,
Oh, Dan fucks me better than this.
Yeah.
Then we there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
then you
shit,
got
that's
the
it, innit?
you got the humiliation stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Where
that's
you
all
just want
mad.
to, they just want you to shout at them and tell them everything, and
Easy
then
money.
you know the ones where they're like, "Oh yeah, tell me that you fuck me better than my wife," like this, that,
Oh,
and
there's
the
people,
other.
remember the
all
ones
this-
who, some lads hate their girlfriends, don't they? Or the wives.
Yeah.
They hate them.
Seriously.
Yeah, like
Oh
it's,
my
ah.
god, Jay, you get some like it's crazy. You read it, you're like, what?
So when you say like they hate their wives, what is it? They want you to kind of like disrespect their wife, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, oh,
But like say, and they'll tell you what to say, like, and some of the shit you come out with, it's mad.
okay, let's say they make that request. Is that something that you put up on your page? Or is that something you just say, look, that's
You send it
you
straight to
personally?
them.
There's a
innit?
custom
That's
videos,
it.
it goes direct to them. But obviously certain custom
So I
videos
don't think they wouldn't show the wife it.
Nah.
Yeah, they have the bullshit.
yeah, or you get them, they'll say, "Oh, you know, my wife hasn't given me this in X amount of years, like you need to do it and make it on the video that you're doing it better and this, that and the other." But then you get some strange ones like, you know, I'm talking really weird ones. Like someone might say, "Oh, can you wear like a pair of wellies with a thong?"
Yeah, mad. Them farmers.
Like,
Them
what?
farmers.
Like, and
You
it's like,
farming, man.
what? How is that even sexy?
Yeah.
And there's some strange outfit requests, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like things like that.
But what about for you, Billy? Them man, they're putting you in some funny requests. Car, you must get some fruity duds.
Well,
he
I
gets
ever-
trainer ones.
Yeah, I
What
get a
the-
lot of training ones or gym ones.
No, trainer
Oh,
ones.
trainer. Yeah.
Oh, what, wearing
Yeah.
trainers? Like the
No.
kind
Certain
of
trainers,
Yeah,
yeah.
like having sex. Oh, put your Air Max 90s on. And I swear down.
Serious?
Yeah, I swear. Like, there might just be like Air Max have I done in like any picture, like a gym selfie or whatever. And they're like, see them blue 97s you had on in this picture, can you wear them and fuck Brooklyn? So I'm like, yeah, $100.
And then
I'll do it.
they'll want a perfect zoom in of the trainer.
Yeah.
Like, and it has to like, you have to see the trainer, then it has to pan out into like the set.
I'll be
And it's like, what? Like the proper, like the trainer thing's a big thing. Trainer thing, yeah.
That's mad, you know.
Like, I like
The
my
world's
trainers,
crazy,
not that
innit?
much.
Do you keep is there what you got your own cameraman on deck, or how do you do it? Like, because you just said at first I thought you might just have cameras just set and you just go, but it sounds like you got to zoom in and zoom out. Do you do that in post edit, or do you have someone there like on speed dial?
So we have a bit of both. So sometimes we film our own stuff, and then other times we've had people come along and film for us. It depends what we're shooting,
Depends what we're shooting.
and depends like how high end the content is. And then like editing, I do all the editing. I do everything. So
Hands on. Okay, I see.
she's
what's
sick on
yeah,
the edits.
I
Yeah.
respect that.
Seriously, like you proper know how to do all your.
So you're
Yeah.
now that I've heard that, I'm leaning more towards her now, Billy, that she's the
No, she's the
business
boss
one.
though, and,
She's the
um,
business one. Because I'm the same. I do all the editing and stuff, so I know when you're doing the
She's the boss
editing.
with the edit.
Yeah, if you,
I'm not-
okay.
I don't-
Oh
she's
no,
not
man!
the
I
boss.
swear.
She's not-
Hold on. Let him say that with his chest. Let him say that again. Make that clear. Make that clear.
She's the boss with when it comes to the editing and all that. And
he
she taught
he
herself as
likes
well,
to
which is
think
sick.
that. He likes to
See them
think
pats?
that.
No, but it's sick. I think it's sick how you taught yourself to edit and everything
Yeah,
like
I've
that.
taught myself everything. Like literally, I've had to. Do you know what I mean? So I've taught myself editing. I've taught myself Photoshop. I've taught myself graphic design. Everything. So I can edit. Like, I mean, our DVDs that we put out were like 5 full scenes. They're like over an hour long, and it's a full movie with a script and everything. I edited the whole lot.
So
And
the
put it out.
impression I get is that you've always, I don't know about always, but somewhere down the lines it's triggered in you to be more. You're not just gonna be a porn star. You're gonna be making sure that you're running shit. You're gonna make it into a business.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. You've always kind of been looking towards that goal.
Yeah.
So when did that kind of trigger in you? Like, because I'm sure when you first did the first scene to upset my man that fucked 5 women, you didn't know
I know what
that.
you mean, because there must have been a turn.
Yeah, there has to be a point where you think like, right.
Was it like a production team fucked you about with getting some content out to you, or what made
No,
you trigger
it
to
was,
start having to?
It was just I could see how much money you could make off
That's
it.
right. It's all
And I was like, do you know what? Like,
cutting out middle people. And,
yeah, and I was like, do you know what? Like, I saw the directors doing it. Obviously, I had to build my brand first. So doing all them shoots first, I had to do to get my name. But then all the other side of it, I was like, do you know what? They do really well, and they do well for everything. So I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to try and branch out into that. It was just a money thing. Like, I could see how I could expand it into this, and I had my own name to be able to sell it. So then I just kind of taught myself, and it's taken years, but well.
Not that long. You sick at it though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sick at it.
I stress if my PlayStation doesn't connect to my flipping Wi-Fi.
Well, that's how you have to do that to go forward. Like, start learning how to do things for yourself to kind of like maximize profit in it.
Huge.
Yeah.
Because I'm always preaching. Oh, you know, my mum was like ownership. You got to own it. You got to do it yourself. You got this, that. So the hands-on approach, obviously, it's why you're making. It will obviously increase your pay packet massively because you're cutting out all these middle people, straight to direct to consumer, all of the above. And there's so many ways now to make money. Is there any advice you would give to, I don't know, Sally from flipping Derbyshire that's about to just, you know, she right
Shout
now,
out Sally.
right now she's working the poles at wherever, but she's thinking to go into the porn game. What any advice you give her? Would you say to her? What would you say to her? Or would you tell her don't do it? Or would you say?
I'd say go for it. If you want to do it, go for it. But once you do it, make sure that you know exactly what you want out of it. Have your business head screwed on, because you'll get people talking all this stuff to you and you don't want to do it. You've got to know what you want. And then as well, make the most you can out of it. Like, if you're going to do it, go full in and make it work. Like, there is no other option. Make it work. And you can do amazing out of it if you have like your right head mind with it and get on with it.
Be consistent in it. Work hard. Be consistent. Yeah, keep like the business side of it in mind, not the party. Like that's the thing with some people in it. It's more of like a party kind of thing to them. Whereas I think
When
keep the
business. They're going out with the girls that they work with, the guys they work with.
Yeah.
They'll turn up for a shoot and it's just like a laugh, but they'll shoot a little bit. Whereas we have that set plan, don't we? We need to get all this stuff done.
And that's it. It's wrote down on a bit of paper like a list.
Tick it off as we're going. Like, we need to do
That's
this
great
and
though.
this.
Affirmations, yes, you got it written down literally. And you
We just write on a bit of
Yeah.
paper and tick it off so we know what we're doing.
And also, don't care what people say. You can't care about that. I mean, like, being in the porn industry, you're gonna get people say stuff. You can't listen to it. You just got to get on with it and know what you're doing and know what you're about. And that's it, really.
It's like anything, you can't listen to people.
Yeah, the impression I
never
get.
do anything.
The impression I get from you two is that you're just tunnel vision. You're not listening
Yeah,
to
like watching
opinions.
else.
You're not listening
Don't
to
care what anyone says. Like even in
You're
I
not-
bet the comments on this, people will be saying some mad shit. But
Go for it.
if you listen to comments, if you listen to people talking shit, you
No,
don't
listen
do
to
anything.
that.
No, you can't, because you're going to get, no matter what, we spoke about things like this, about trolling and comments and that. No matter what you do, you're always going to get a percentage
talking
of
shit.
some little person sitting in their yard writing
Yeah, exactly.
something.
Not doing
Yeah.
anything
Not
with
doing,
their
and
life.
not doing anything.
Yeah,
You lot actually
like we haven't got
genuinely
time to
out
sit on
doing
YouTube and write some shit
Oh, we're
about what
busy.
someone's done. Yeah,
Busy. You've got time for that.
yeah, we haven't got time. Some people
got
are
time
like
for that.
They've got too much. They're not doing anything with themselves.
not doing
That's
that.
why
And
they
you're
do
sitting
that.
at home in your cushy yard.
Yeah.
Getting a blowjob.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
In the hot tub.
And I'm making money. And a lot of man getting head
Let's
for
keep
free.
it real.
A lot of man
Let's
getting
keep
head
it
for
real.
free.
It's like same with your music, innit? If you listen to what people say about music,
Yeah, not listening to
or
no tunnel
don't
vision.
do your English
Anything.
accent back in the day, or
Yeah,
put an
any-
American accent on. Don't do the English; it won't sell.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have done what you've done with
Exactly.
the music.
I'm very tunnel visioned in what I do.
Yeah.
Once I decide I'm doing something, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Whether it be music, whether it be this, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. So I can relate and respect what the two of you do and how you just quieten out the noise. Because at the end of the day, when you're paying your bills and you're enjoying life and whatever,
exactly.
and you two are obviously listen. I've watched them, whether from a distance, whatever. I can see the genuine nature of their relationship. Like just whatever they might do for work, when push comes to shove, they seem very like united. And I'm not wrong. There is it. You two are very close, Bonnie and Clyde.
You
Thing,
can
innit?
sense that though. You can feel
You can-
it.
yeah, yeah,
The
the
way that
shit-
you bounce off each
I
other.
think it's because we're friends for a while first as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it stems from that.
Yeah.
And we work together. We're married. Like
Everything,
That's
like,
it.
it's
It's
all
everything.
in.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah.
All from a personal training, I like.
I say
I say it again, the personal trainer.
Certain women are going to be watching this and know that their boyfriend or their man's out there doing PT work.
Worried right now.
Yeah.
Panicking right now. Panicking
I have
right
to
now.
start work from home now, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
What
gonna
time's your PT session? 8
Yeah.
a.m. Nah, you cancelling it.
Yeah, cancelling that.
Alright, from you met her at, alright, I'll ask you first, then I'll ask you. From you met her at the PT session 1,
Yeah.
in your mind, was you thinking, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I thought she was nice, but to be honest, I would just keep it professional. Like when I'm PT,
I respect that.
This is the truth as well. People probably go,
respect that.
whatever. But when I do PTing, I'm 100% professional. I didn't like I thought she was nice looking, but that was it. I thought you've messaged me, you want to get in shape for shoots, so that's what I'm there to do, innit?
Yeah,
because
not
that
that
was
I
it.
actually
That was
wanted
anything
to
I
work
know.
out though. That was a bit of a lie. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, I want a PT, but I didn't actually want to work out. And then I remember I was making sex noises as we were working out just to see if he'd react, 'cause it was funny,
See
and
what
he
did-
didn't.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, doing
I get it
sit-ups
though,
like,
but
oh.
at the same time, regardless of who you're...
Hold on, Doug, let's not miss what she just said
Oh,
there.
sorry,
Doug just talking over there. Go on, do that again. Show the sit-up. She will do it again. Go on.
So I was doing sit-ups in front of him, and I was going,
And what? You kept it. You were just trying to keep it stone
So
faced.
you ring your friend afterwards. You ring one of your boys afterwards.
Yeah, cool. Oh no,
But I was professional, wasn't it? I'm not like.
What about from your perspective? Were you watching him and thinking, you know what? Yeah, I like him.
no, actually, again, it was to get back at somebody else that I started training with him. So this other guy had like messed me about and stuff like that and broken up with me and that, and he was a PT. So I thought, right, well, do you know what? I'm going to get a bigger PT that's going to train me on the same place that you're training, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's actually what happened.
Hey, Billy, I gotta give you one piece of advice. Don't upset this girl. I don't know what she. Hey, the vengeance level sounds like it's that. Boy, the vengeance. I mean, I'm seeing a female and a pattern. I'm seeing a pattern. Man, upset her and it gets a bit techie. I don't know. I can't think what else she's gonna do next. I don't know what else is
Did
on
you ever
the
see
list.
the PT, the ex-PT out while you was training with Bill?
No, I didn't actually. So it was like it didn't even work out. But
But in a way, it worked out.
Did
It worked out.
it worked out, yeah.
It
But
worked out.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So how many years you two been married now?
3
up to
this
3, innit?
year. 3
Yeah.
this year.
And you've been in the industry
next
now.
month. 5 years.
And you 10. Did you celebrate for the 10?
Well, I sort of just put a little post out and was like, oh, 10 years.
Yeah.
That was
in
about
lockdown,
it.
wasn't it,
It was in
still, so you couldn't really
lockdown,
do
yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
But
So-
it just made me feel old more than anything. I was like, oh, God, like 10 years in porn, like,
But
feel old.
now that you're out, now that we're out of lockdown and stuff, I'm presuming there's going to be like more barbacues and all of that kind
Yeah,
of
you
stuff.
come to the next
you know.
one.
We'll talk. We'll talk. You know, we'll talk. It's only right. It's only right. You know, after so many years, I've got to attend. I'm gonna try and make an appearance. You know, obviously for all legitimate.
Yeah, the last one was mad, wasn't it? Mad.
Yeah, it was meant to be a normal barbecue and it just ended up going on to like 4 a.m.
About 5 a.m. I think it was.
Yeah.
Is it?
But it was one of them, you know, where like a lot of us hadn't seen each other for a while.
Mm.
So it was kind of like a housewarming and like a link up for people that haven't seen each other for so long. And a lot of people haven't been drinking either. Like me, I hadn't drank for like 4 months or something. And everyone got on exactly the same level of like drunkenness, and it was just mad. But it was good. But I don't know if
Yeah.
I could do it every year though.
No.
We'll do another one at some point though.
Yeah.
I seen you look a bit upset there. I'll do another one.
No. Listen, I can't remember. No, I'm good. I live a humble life, you know. I live a humble life. We're not gonna say too much. What about people like, I don't know, certain celebrities and names? They try to like sneak into the message boxes and that for both of you.
A long time ago, like back when I first started, like over 10 years ago, when I was like young, then obviously it comes hand in hand. You had like the celebrities mixing with the porn stars. Back in the partying days,
Them times there it was a big deal. The partying.
Yeah,
was,
partying was
the
massive
two worlds
back
met.
then.
The two worlds met.
Yeah, so like celebrities and porn stars always came together, always at events, parties, everything. But that all kind of stopped years ago. But I mean, that was like when that must have been like my first sort of 2 years in porn, where we were really sort of always linked like that. And then it kind of, I mean, I don't know now. Probably the girls now who have just started in porn, who are like 20, probably are still like that. I don't know, but it used to be like that.
Do you think now, because everything's so accessible and it's almost like people are almost borderline porn? It's like they're trying to be soft porn, like on a simple site like Instagram and this, that, and the
Instagram,
other.
yeah,
Do you think it takes away? It's not such a thing now of like, oh, she's a porn star, because every girl nowadays is almost not every girl, but they're flirting with the kind of suggestiveness of like, yeah, I'm on this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I'm on this and
100%,
I'm on that.
yeah.
Do you think that has made like more of an in-between area, more of a grey area, where it's not more like the porn stars are here and then you're held in like, oh my God.
Like
she-
diluted it a little
Yeah,
bit.
diluted it. There you go.
I don't know really.
I don't know what you mean. I'm like still trying to process.
Break it
See
down.
how,
Break it
like-
down.
See
Translate.
how when you had like porn was porn, but now
Yeah.
there's like girls who do Insta in bikinis and they're showing their
Oh
asses.
yeah, they're not porn stars.
Does that dilute the
I
porn?
hate
You
thing?
reckon
that.
it's diluted?
Yeah,
You
so
reckon
what,
it's
you don't like
diluted the industry, or
I don't know if
do
it
you
dilutes
reckon-
porn. It just makes it.
What's your feelings
more
about?
acceptable? I
Yeah, what do you think
no?
about that?
Yeah, I think like it makes it more acceptable. I think like obviously porn now, people aren't really phased by it anymore. Whereas when I first started, you didn't even want to tell anyone you did porn because they were like, "What?" But now I sit there and go, "Oh yeah, I'm a porn star," and they're like, "All right, cool." So and then they've got a million questions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of changed it in that way. But all
Because
these,
everyone has OnlyFans as well now.
Yeah,
That's the
but-
thing. Like
Everyone
normal
has
lasses have.
OnlyFans.
that's the one thing that
That's
annoys
mad.
me when a lot of people come out and go, "Oh, I'm a porn star." Because they've just done a couple of
You've got
pictures
an OnlyFans.
or a video with their boyfriend. You're not a porn star. A porn star takes a hell of a lot of work and a lot of years, and it takes awards. So
Levels, there's levels.
There's
Yeah.
levels to this
Yeah.
shit. There's
I
levels
felt
to
that
this
one,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
she
levels.
said that with
Yeah,
chest.
you
She
said
said
that with
that with chest.
Yeah.
I remember in Mexico, people recognised women in Mexico and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that. Came over, they were like, "Oh, Brooklyn,
yeah,
we're fans. We just want to
get
say
that a lot.
hi."
yeah,
Do you get a lot of like people?
yeah.
Like,
Like, and I'm always nice. I'm always like, yeah, I'll take a picture. But yeah, like I know some girls are not so nice when they get recognised, but I'm always really, really nice. Because without your fans, you wouldn't be anyone. So what's the point?
Yeah,
You know, there's no point being nasty to them. But yeah, it is just like there's like porn stars, and it takes a lot of work to get to that level and be a porn star, and then you've just got everyone else who just goes, they're not porn stars, but they say, oh, I'm a porn star. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. And that's the one thing, any girl in the industry, that's what annoys them.
Yeah. But I think it's also like, because there's so many in that like Instagram like area, what you're saying, that to kind of get yourself into an elite level is going to be a lot harder now, because
Yeah.
so it's like
for
you
so
always
many
got the
people.
people that are there, that are up there, that are like the main people go-tos, and then it's going to take a lot for these people that are just in around that little Instagram,
especially now.
OnlyFans market to kind of branch
Yeah,
out.
to get
'cause
up there.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
they're already laughing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's the thing. There's not even a way, like how I said I got in, because it was a big company that wanted
Big
me straight
production
in.
company.
You can't even. There's not even them companies about now, is there?
Well,
So,
no,
I don't know how
there's
you
like
get to the
there's
top
like
now,
two
really.
big companies now, but to get in with them two big companies that are still around is hard. Like they're like the companies that everyone aims for.
Who are the big
And-
companies?
So that's like Brothers
Yeah.
and Harmony, and they're the ones that everyone aims for. But it takes a long time to even get a scene with them. You know, like
Yeah.
it takes a lot of work. So yeah, I don't know if you came into the industry now. I don't know how you would ever get to the porn star level. I think what's happened is it's like
It's changed, and I don't think there is that.
I
level
don't
now.
think there will be any more porn stars.
Yeah.
I think that's it now. I think everyone would just sort of do porn or do adult films and stuff like that. But I think probably my generation of it, and like our
Yeah, it's
generation of it,
changed
is
now.
probably the last sort of porn stars you'll get. I reckon.
Now it's just everyone doing their own thing, innit?
Yeah.
You might, again, not that I really watch porn and that, but I've not. You might. I see what you're saying now, because like your crew or your lot that I see you affiliate yourself with, for real, I think that is like the set. I don't know names, even if I do, I wouldn't say. But fucking, there's the people I see like she aligns herself with and that she hangs around with. It's like, yeah, that's the for UK anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's the set.
So I think the biggest stars now will be the most consistent one, or the hardest workers. If everyone's
Yeah.
doing OnlyFans, whoever's pushing the most work, they'll be
Spread
the
the
ones
game.
that people see the most, and that's
I
it.
suppose the game's changed. I think, like, let's say, like, you see a lot of these women that are on Instagram. That, I mean, let's say, like, they got a couple million followers and they got, like, say, OnlyFans and stuff like that. I suppose that's most probably where the game's gonna go. That you got a big social network following, like a social media
Yeah, yeah.
following, and then you're able to then sell your content through your following.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
most probably where it's gonna go, and you're gonna have
Yeah.
these big social
Yeah.
Yeah.
media people.
But it's never gonna go die out though,
But
because
it-
everyone wants to watch. Everyone watches some porn. Well,
Oh, porn's never
hey,
gonna die.
Oh
nah,
yeah,
never
porn
gonna
will
die.
always be
It's just the
around.
way it's
it's just
produced has changed,
Yeah.
innit? It'll change.
Rex, what's your site of choice when you're watching porn?
X videos.
I respect that still.
Good choice.
No, that's a free one. No.
I've not heard of that still, but it sounds X videos, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with the free ones and the paid ones?
The free ones, we don't get paid. So nothing.
Nah, someone pinches
So-
out videos and then uploads them on X
Yeah.
So they
videos.
steal them and put them there.
Yeah, we
And
don't
if
put
that
one there.
happens, then what do you do about it?
We can get it taken
Email.
down.
Do you get it taken down?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I am on it. I'm like, if someone's stolen my content, that is getting removed. But yeah, it's like, yeah, the free ones, we don't get paid anything. So if you watch porn on the free stuff, we get nothing for that. We've been paid probably for the shoot that's done it, but we don't get like an ongoing payment or anything like that. So once it gets to a point where all your stuff's going on the free sites, you don't get paid, and like people steal content and put it on there. So that's why you should always join as a member and pay for porn.
Yeah.
Nikos, what's your site of choice when you're watching a little porn?
Pornhub.
I hear
Big
that.
tits.
That's a big tits. Porn up, big tits. That's not specific with it. Okay, fair enough. Will you carry on? How long do you intend to go in the? Do you think like, right, I'll keep going and then I'll do MILF when I'm 40 and I'll do. What's your thought?
I'm carrying on till I'm 80. No, I'm not really. Yeah, we're going to
It
the
feels
Gilf
like I'm trying to
category.
retire season.
Billy's like,
I'm
fuck,
kind of nice.
fuck's sake. Billy's like, fuck's sake. Shit.
I love doing it, and I know you love doing it. I don't really have a set thing with it. I think we'll carry on doing it. I always say 40. I say 40, but I think we'll carry on doing it till we don't get work anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's
Keep
one of
doing
the,
it while we're in shape, innit?
Yeah,
Till you're
just
not in
keep
shape
piling
anymore.
up the Botox, you know.
Yeah. Keep doing what you need to do, innit?
Yeah.
Until other avenues open up and other doors and revenue
Exactly.
streams.
Until we're not really bothered about it anymore, innit?
Yeah. Like I think that's it. I think we'll just keep doing it until like you say, like life changes anyway. So whatever will come or whatever, but we'll just carry on.
As long as you're enjoying it as well at the same time. Do you always, is there times when it's like, well, you said already sometimes just like, fuck this. You ever come from a shoot and just like, that was shit, I fucking hated it.
Yeah, you get some scenes where you walk away and you're like, oh, that is like a shit scene. Like, and you're annoyed about it because you know it's not going to look good. But those ones are just like, but you do, it's like any job. You get your good days and you get your bad days. Some days you really can't be asked to go into work. And like, you'll be there and you'll be like, I really cannot be fucked to be here today and I can't be bothered and I want to go home. And so you get your days like that. And then other days you're like.
Remember when we were, that's the other thing, like when we were friends again. I remember one time you phoned me after a shoot and you were like,
oh, there's a new guy.
yeah,
That's
this
always the
guy was
worst.
shit,
And them new guys
So
don't.
that's how you know
what's the
what it's
new-
like.
What are the new guys like? Why are they the worst?
He wasn't new, was he?
Oh, I
thought
don't
it was
know.
a-
Well, the new guys tend to be, so some new guys come in and they're brilliant. Other new guys come in and they're up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that is obviously like, you're going to be there all day. Like,
when you
day.
say up, down, up, down, up, down, what are we talking about? Like, I lost me. So I thought that's what they're meant to do.
soft,
Okay,
hard,
okay,
soft.
yeah, got you.
literally up, down, up, down. So it's kind of like, the days when you get that is the worst. I hate that because you just want to get the scene done and you want it to look really, really good. So if you've got the guy who's hard and soft all day and he never gets fully hard, you can't make the scene look good. You can't. So then you look shit as well because he's not doing the job properly. And then you've kind of like, so that's a bad day at work. Like, that's a bad day.
What do you think gets it? Is it the pressure? What's it? Let me ask you this.
I've never had a problem, to be honest.
Say no. But what do you guys
say? Every shoot excited.
That's never
you know?
happened.
But what do you think?
I think
to
it's
some men?
pressure or maybe. What do you think?
What do you like the cameras? Because you got people like sometimes if you're shooting, you got a crew, you got people there.
Yeah, you got like
watching,
camera guy, director.
Yeah.
And I think we scare the guys.
Intimidate.
That's what I was gonna
We're
ask. The
intimidating.
intimidation. Some men
Yeah.
ain't ready. Some men ain't ready for that.
Yeah,
I remember you
like,
shot with someone before, and that was a bit of a. You weren't happy with the scene.
oh
And
my God.
afterwards,
it
the
was
guy
awful.
goes to me because I was there helping with the camera work, and that the guy's like, "Oh, I don't know how you do it," and I was like, "You're meant to be a performer, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how I do it. You should be performing like how
And
I
then
was."
he said
so
something
it's like,
about how
was
he did.
knew?
No, he wasn't.
He
new,
wasn't new, but he said, didn't he say he'd never worked with someone on sort of who was porn star like me or something? He'd done like amateur-y type stuff. And
Levels.
I think we intimidate people. I do, because we kind of get on set and we're like, yeah, like, you know, like crazy women. Like, and we're full on. Like, we are so in your face and so full on. I mean, I don't know, if you've done your research, you've seen my porn.
I think I glimpsed a couple over the weekend just to make sure I understand. Please continue.
But yeah, no, it's full on. So if you've watched my porn, you know it's very full on. I'm very loud. I'm very in your face. I'm very filthy on talking. And some guys, they're a bit like, oh, what? Like, it freaks them
them
out
man-
because we're like so full on. But obviously, that's my job. My job
right.
is to be full on. Like, you know,
Doing a hell of a job.
yeah, and the funny thing is, we have this discussion at home all the time. We actually had this in the car yesterday. The only thing we ever argue over is if we're gonna have sex tonight or if we're gonna make love tonight. And literally, I'm always
Is
like,
that the only argument?
Yeah,
That's
not
calm.
argue,
That's
we
some
don't
good
argue.
arguments I have, but
Go on.
like literally, I'm always like, oh, just like he's like yesterday, he just wanted to fuck, and I was like, no, I want to make love
God.
today, and he's like, oh, no, like, and we that's
know what
the
it
only
was? Because we were
thing.
getting ready or something in it, and then she was just in her thong and she's going, oh, pushing up at me. So I'm like,
No,
oh. And then she's like, do you want to make love tonight? And I'm like, no, not after that. I don't. I want to fuck.
But that's the thing, because they're completely different, obviously, and like that's the only thing we argue about really, whether we're gonna make love or have sex. And I always want to make love, and you always want to fuck.
I don't always want to fuck.
Do you ever, I'll ask you first, because you're
Yeah.
a man, so it's easier. Do you, like, say you're working,
Yeah.
couple other women, are you enjoying the work?
Well, I've said to you, like, I enjoy a shoot, but it's from like a. I knew you were gonna laugh at that. I knew you were gonna laugh. Honestly,
The way he pulls it, look. He looked at her like,
this is what everyone laughs at this because I've been asked this a million times. But
go on.
I think, like I said, because we were friends first, like we've been open from the beginning, so we
Yeah.
can just be
I
totally.
think the impression I get is, I don't think she'll too mind if you're enjoying it.
No, so I've been on
Because she knows
shoots where
what's
we've
what.
I
think
like it when he
that's
enjoys
the
it,
impression
'cause it
I
looks
get.
better.
I've done a threesome scene before with you and another lass. And mid shoot, when we broke, like the camera guy broke for whatever, sorting the lighting out or whatever, and I was like, right, I'm enjoying this scene. This is a
Yeah.
good fucking scene, because I was thinking, but it doesn't mean like I'm gonna shout the girl after, like I like this girl.
No,
It
I'm not
just
saying
means
that. No.
I know the scene's looking good. You two look good. I'm enjoying it. Everyone's working well together, you know, like that. And then at the end, we'll all say, "Oh yeah, that was a wicked scene."
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of like still from a work perspective, but I can say I enjoy it without sounding like creepy or
Yeah,
like
no,
I like
what-
that
I'm
girl,
right.
do you know what I mean?
Also, you got to enjoy your work. Cause
Yeah,
if you
otherwise
like-
won't be
like
able to do it.
you're saying
Nah,
with
Doug's putting himself in your
Especially
shoes.
out- yeah.
Doug's loving that work. Doug's loving that. Doug's like, listen, you ain't
It's a
doing
hard
work.
job,
So,
you
but,
know?
no, but like what you're saying about the up down, the up down, the up down, where it's too mental. If you're actually enjoying it in the moment, and you're like
Yeah,
enjoying
still.
it, you're gonna work better.
So
innit?
that's
You know what
why
I'm
that's the
saying?
only thing like when I was shooting
Saved you,
for
man.
companies.
Saved you.
When I was shooting for companies, that was the only thing in it. Like a lot of companies I worked for, the first time I did the double scene, the woman
yeah.
who was shooting it was like, "You're my new guy." After I've seen them two scenes, you're my guy now. And I said, well,
right,
you know what
yeah.
though, I'm too fussy. This is my downfall with porn.
He's
I can't just
so
turn up on a
fussy.
shoot and shoot with any girl. They have to look a certain way, so
I
they have to
respect
have
that.
big
I
tits.
respect. All right. Say it with your chest.
Otherwise, I can't keep my dick hard.
Yeah.
So I say to the directors and that, they have to look like this or I can't perform like that, basically. Whereas some lads can turn up and just shoot with whoever's there on the day, do you know what I mean? But I can't do that. So that's why I could have got more work if I was less fussy. But I
He
can't
is
help
so
it. innit?
fussy. Like, so fussy to the point that I don't know even why you ended up with me that fussy.
I mean, I sit on Twitter, like, and we're looking for, like, some days we'll be sat watching TV and we'll be looking for new, not even new performers, just
Performance to work
female
with.
performers, and I'll be looking for males for her, and I say, "Oh, what do you think of him? Would you work with him?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I say, "All right, I'll shoot him a message," or she'll be like, "Oh, I found this girl. She's your type. We shoot with her," and I'll say, "Oh, yeah," or "No," and she'll message them to get him in for work. Do you know what I mean? So that's how like relaxed we are about it.
But
Just work
obviously,
with it.
as a woman, you can work with anyone. It's just a little bit of spit, and you're good to go.
yeah, but
keep
males,
it.
you have to
Men,
true.
it's a lot more harder. It's
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Right now, the same question to you. You have to hold this one, Blocks. Do you enjoy your work at times?
I love what I do. I love doing porn. I love performing in front of the camera. I love that aspect of it. But I like the acting side of it.
So,
So-
you go in there with an acting mind
Yeah,
state.
I like the script stuff.
That's what I
like,
wanna hear from a
so,
homeboy.
you know, when we've got scripts and
That's
we're
what I wanna hear
like,
from my guy.
you know,
Yeah, you better be acting in that. You better, you better not be loving none of it. You better be, this is just work. You better come home and you better come home, hug up my man, make him something to eat. Like, don't be looking like you're loving it to
That's the other thing as well, though. Like a lot of times when we've been on shoots, and if I've shot with another girl or you shot another guy, when everyone's gone, especially when we had our own studio, once everyone's left, we used to have sex most of the time afterwards, because it's like
because you're
even though
horny
I've worked,
after. Because
you don't like get the
Yeah.
satisfaction even if I've shot my load, I'm still not satisfied, so I'd have to have sex straight after.
Because it's work. It's weird. It's like, it doesn't feel like real sex.
Yeah.
Like,
Work.
I mean, I'm talking to the point of like, you could be bent over and, I mean, not you specifically, me. Like,
I won't
could
be bent over now. Let's make that very clear. This is Big Pound Stallocious. And ain't bending over nothing. But the gallon can get bent over.
Yeah. So, I could be bent over in like doggy position, and the guy could be literally in me, and we could be fucking, and then they say, right, guys, the lighting, we need to change it, but stay where you are, don't move. And they'll change all the lighting around, you're still in the position. And you're literally sitting there and you're like, oh, so, and you're in the position, you're going, oh, what are you doing tonight then?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh, you know, me and my wife are just going out for dinner. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to Tesco. Like, literally, that is how...
And then they're like, right, go. And
like,
then you're
crazy
like,
it is. Then,
start again,
then it's
innit?
like, right, action.
Work
And then,
mode.
like, literally, it's that unreal. Like, we always say to people, if you love porn, never go to a porn set, because it will ruin every single fantasy that you've ever had of porn.
Yeah, it will.
It will absolutely destroy it. If you
That's the
enjoy
thing as
porn,
well with
don't
me.
go see it in real life.
Like, I can come on cue in it, so it's not like, you know, when you're having sex and you're going to come and you're like, oh, shit. I can stand there talking to the camera guy, and he's like, let me know when you're ready. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready whenever you are, innit? I'm just ready to go. And he's like, all right, film. And then I'll just do it. So it's not like I'm satisfied by it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just work.
But so for that, did that take long to get to that stage? Or
What we said? That was a couple pointers.
Come on my barbecue and I'll tell you what.
What do you think? Because this is something someone said for me to ask, because they're very opinionated on this. Do you think porn has changed the way people think they need to have sex? Like, people coming up, like, I don't know. You know, like, there's new generations.
Like younger people. Or whatever.
Yeah, new
yeah.
generations. Not say our generation or whatever, but younger people. Like, do you think it's changed the way people think they're supposed to have sex?
So I think porn has always had that stigma of, like, it gives people an unrealistic look at what sex is, and it is completely unrealistic. It's not real, and it is so fake, and that's what I've always been adamant on that. I've always said people need to realise it is fake. That's not real. And what you see, like you see, if you were to watch porn, yeah, it could give you an unrealistic view if you were not educated on it. So that's the thing. That's where the problem is. It's kind of like if you know, for example, we have kids, and like eventually we'll have to do that talk with them, you know, and we will sit there and say, whatever you're going to watch is not real. That's not real life. That's not real sex. That's not how it is. But a lot of people don't want to tell them that, and don't want to talk about that. But it's not real. So it could give you an unrealistic view, but you've just got to know that it's not real. It is fake. We're actors at the end of the day.
But I think shying away from it's worse than, it's like drugs, innit? Like, luckily I've got an old sister. Big up my sister Nina. When I was younger, she used to tell me about drugs, like teach me about drugs, and she said, if you take this, it does this. If you take this drug, you'll feel like this. So it wasn't like a stigma. I wouldn't like.
I feel you.
If someone offered me something, I wouldn't go, oh yeah, let me see what that feels like.
Yeah,
I Nina told me that
kind of thing.
it's just gonna do this, and it's gonna fuck up my fitness, or like smoking. It's just gonna wreck my fitness. I used to do a lot of athletics. So I was never bothered by drugs. So I think it's the same with porn. And if you say, right,
It's
this
education.
is porn, but
That's
you don't
it.
really do it like this. This is just acting.
Yeah.
To have sex, you do this, this, and this. But I think people shy away from it.
Yeah,
So then if
that's
people
worse.
see it that don't know about it, you might think that's how you should be doing it. Whereas if someone said to you, this is porn, this is all fake.
Yeah.
To have sex, you do this, this, and this. Then they think, all right, then they can differentiate.
Differentiate.
Yeah.
Between
I mean,
the two,
like,
yeah.
if you see the positions we do in porn, I mean, they're not positions you can do in real life. Are you crazy? Like,
Well, I wouldn't speak for yourself. You know, I'm quite agile like that. You get me? Man gets busy. You gotta get busy. Let's not say that. Yeah, come on. I'm about it. We're working. Don't get confused. Just because it's not documented. We mash work around there. You see what I'm saying?
He can get the head kicks in it.
Yeah, come on. We're split. We're doing sumo squats in that pump. Serious, no half stepping.
No half stepping out. Yeah.
Come on, don't underestimate
like,
them either, because you see, you know. Come on, it's a Clark Kent thing.
Clark Kent.
He's got the glasses on today. He backs them
Back
off.
him off as Superman.
All right, I'll set you up there, but please.
Yeah.
There you go. Continue.
you don't know, like, some positions positions, they don't realise it's taken 2 guys to get me in that position. Like a certain position, maybe like somebody off set who's not on set has actually lifted me and helped me get in that position while the guy is trying to get in.
What position is this? Like
Like
what?
certain ones, like when it's like, so you could do like against the wall, but sometimes it's not against the wall like a normal wall like this. There'll be like things in the way, and it's got to be over a certain thing. And like we did this one before,
When you
where
got heels on and that.
when you got heels on and that, yeah. And we had this one before where this guy was on crutches, and I had to be bent over, and he had to balance on the crutches and put both his legs on my back. So he was literally balancing on the crutches with both his legs on my back. And obviously, that is like a really dangerous position. Things could go really wrong. So there was a guy there that kind of helped him get in that position and then ran off set. And then we did it for a bit. And then the guy helped him get back out of that position. But like stuff like that, I mean, of course, that's not real. We would never do that in real life. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be able to take the weight of his legs anyway.
Even some normal positions. I've done positions where we'll film it. They're like, right, we need 3 minutes of this. So I'm like, right, so I'll be doing it. And then I'll get to 2 minutes and I'm like, I need a breather. Like, give me 30 seconds. You know, I feel like I've done a fucking round of boxing. I'm like, I need 30 seconds and I'll do the last minute.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't really do that in real life.
That's what they like. They'll be like, yeah, we want 4 minutes of this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we need
it's
3
set,
minutes
like,
of this position.
yeah.
We need 2 minutes of this
Oh, it's
position.
like that, yeah?
Yeah, so like cowgirl's the worst because when you've got to do cowgirl and you've got to do that for 3-4 minutes, your thighs absolutely kill, and you do have to take water breaks. Like, you literally stop and you have water and then you go back into it. So yeah, like, porn's so fake. It's so fake and it's so unreal.
So you have to watch it knowing that, kind of be aware as you're watching it. Take
yeah, you have
So
to.
the man have to be a little bit more sympathetic of the women that get into these positions.
Yeah.
Give
Next
way.
time you watch it,
Yeah,
you'll
so
be
when
like,
you're badding up wifey saying, listen, I just saw my girl do this. Come,
listen.
arch up your back. That 3 man probably hiked her up into that position, and she tugs.
Hey, you might have to be more sympathetic.
Be more sympathetic.
Trust me.
Speaking of fake, the first time I saw you actually do porn was fake taxi.
Taxi, yeah.
I was like, rah, oh, you're in it now, yeah? I saw it was the fake.
That was when I was in. I'd done that about. Must have been about 5 months before that, wasn't it? And
yeah,
then I went
it
to
comes out
Mexico.
really late, yeah.
I was in Mexico. We were on holiday, weren't we?
Oh, it went
And I remember I
crazy.
woke up one morning, checked my phone, and I had about 1 million messages off people, and I thought, what's happened here? Like, my Facebook, Insta, everything I had loads of
He
messages.
was on the
What's
front
happened?
page of Pornhub.
Yeah, Pornhub put it on their front page for a week, and everyone was like, fucking I never knew you did this. Yeah, full week, so my phone went mad. The way they film that's easy though, so before that I'd only done like proper production stuff. I don't know where it's all like,
fake taxi's a bit more realistic.
we need like minutes of this, and from this angle you need to do this and this. So when I did fake taxi, the guy's like, the taxi's set up with all the cameras, and he just said basically we're gonna stand at the end of the road. I'm gonna drive down, pick you up. Oh, she's gonna drive down, pick you up, drive to this location, and then just do 20 minutes or whatever you want. So I was like, oh, is that it? And he's like, yeah, just do whatever you want. The cameras are set up.
Yeah, it's
So I was
like
all right.
GoPros.
So I literally got picked up, went to the spot, did 20 minutes of anything, and that was it. So it was
Easy
quite,
work.
dead laid back, them shoots.
So
Yeah.
what do you mean? So there's no so the cameras are rolling. She picks you up.
Yeah, there's GoPros in there. There's GoPros in like every corner.
Yeah.
So she's obviously started rolling, and
Obviously,
from
the
then-
scripted bit's set out, so
Yeah, they
you
tell
know
you
what
what's
you're going to
gonna go
say
on.
to each other, and that script is already
So I
put
think
in
mine
place.
was
What was your role? What was your personal trainer?
Yeah, so she's like,
Should have known.
she went, where you going? I said, oh, I'm just going gym down the road.
I think you've been a porn star from day. The personal trainer was just a decoy.
Yeah.
Just a decoy.
But yeah, that was it. It was just dead laid back, wasn't it? They were good
Yeah.
shoots, them though. But yeah,
Yeah.
that did well, that one, I think. Yours did well as well. You've done 2, haven't you?
3,
Oh,
actually.
3. Have you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
yours have done really well, haven't you?
Yeah, 3 fake taxis.
Yeah. One, me being the driver, which was actually with you. Where
Oh,
we
shit,
had
yeah, I
the
forgot- I
northern
forgot about that
southern
one.
divide.
Yeah.
They decided they were going to do a northern
that's how they
cock
were
versus
playing.
He said he
southern
didn't forget the
cock.
Rebecca one.
Forget Rebecca's
But he
one.
remembered, he forgot his wife. He forgot his wife. He forgot his wife, but he remembered Rebecca.
Forget your wife's one, you know.
Oh yeah, we did
You
that
get
as
that
well.
sex all the time. That's not interesting, that one. But yeah, so we did the northern southern divide. That one wasn't it? That was quite a funny one.
Yeah, because the comments were mad on that, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
She was like, yeah, you got to fuck me better than the southern guys.
Yeah.
I've heard northerners fuck better, and I was like, yeah, northerners do fuck better. And then when we read the comments after, everyone was like, northerners don't fuck better than southerners. I'm from this area. I'm like, oh, God, shut
They were
up.
all rooting for each other. Like, no, Southern's definitely the best.
Yeah.
Like, whereas it was like, oh, it started like a bit of a war, didn't it? It was
Yeah,
like,
but it's like
it
some
was a jokey
people,
thing.
some people still think you fucked the pizza guy when they dropped the dominoes off.
Yeah, it's
to
true.
this day.
Yeah, yeah.
it's never
People
gonna
do.
change,
People
is
do
it?
believe what they see, and like, it's not true. None of it.
I'm guessing. What did you do a scene with the pizza guy or something, or is this just a thing where they just what they just think?
Like just typical porn scenario. People do generally think. I think not.
That's what goes.
everybody.
They just
anything,
they
innit?
think you walk around horny 24/7.
Yeah, or
Anything goes on.
anytime anyone comes to the house for anything, builders, whatever, she must be fucking them. While,
Yeah, yeah,
while
yeah.
I'm out in the gym training.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get what you mean.
people, I think people just
I'd be
like
more
to
worried
think
about
so.
you in the gym training by the sounds of it.
But you know, people generally think like some, not everybody, but some people generally think that we live that life and that is us. But we're so different
Yeah,
in real life.
that's. I think that's important, like for people to understand as well. That like, they have this preconceived notion of what a porn star is, what porn stars are. They might think that's all you do, like all day, every day. You just spend your whole day fucking. Morning fucking, night fucking, whoever comes, anyone brings,
comes
you're
into
just
the-
holding, plumber comes round, oh yeah,
the plumber comes round, he's joining in.
anyone, you know, all joining in, we leave it, gangbanging here in a minute when the cameras go off, all of that, that's what they think, but it's not realistic to what goes on. You live like you said, you've got a 9-year-old, you live a normal life when you're not working,
Yeah.
you live a very normal life, school runs and all of the above,
yeah.
correct?
We are so boring in real life.
Yeah, tell a little about that.
Literally, we are so boring in real life.
I don't think we're boring.
We're not boring.
But he's like, boy, not me.
But like compared to what people think, we'd be classed as boring. Like we are so normal, and like we have a completely normal life. When we're not at work, we are doing what everyone else does. Like you said, we're doing school runs. I'm cooking dinner. We're doing the food shop. We're just. Like you
And
know,
it's just
we are
age as
so
well, innit?
normal.
Like a few years back, on a Saturday night, I'd be like, right lads, House of Silk, I'm getting fucked up, we're going House of Silk. Now it's Saturday night, I'm like,
We're in
we'll have
bed
a
by
wine.
10:30.
Yeah, we'll have a wine, go in the jacuzzi, watch something on Netflix, and then go to bed at like 11, innit?
But
Oh,
it's
you're
not.
wrong.
It's
And I
not
like that, though.
Netflix and chill. You know what people would think. Oh, Netflix and chill. You know, no, it's not.
It's genuinely chill.
We're
just
yeah,
chilling.
we're so
Yeah,
normal,
yeah,
and that's the thing. Like people assume that we are how we are in our movies. We're just very good actors. Like, well,
Yeah,
She was going to say, well, I am, innit?
I am.
She was about to say, well, I am. Don't try to hold back. I saw it coming. Don't hold it back. Don't hold it back.
I hate acting so much.
He
I
hates the
hate
acting.
it. Like when I was doing the shoots for the big companies, and they were like, right, and I used to
he
say to
used to
him,
go mad.
can you keep my acting to a minimum? Because I said, I'm really shit. Like, I'd rather just
and they'd give him a whole
get straight
script.
to the thing, and I'm like, like I'm shit, you know. Don't give me loads of scripts to keep it to a minimum.
You're
with
way
me.
better now though at acting.
Yeah, I think I'm more used to it now, but I'm still not good though.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's in real life we're so different. Like even like everything about us, I think. Like I think people assume as well, like, you know, you look the same way all the time and everything. Like if you saw me on a school run, oh my god, like it's
Well,
a
people
mess.
think we're wild. I think that's the thing,
Yeah.
innit? Like people think because we do porn or
Yeah,
we
we're
look a certain
wild
way,
and we're
we're gonna be
partying.
wild.
We
And we have
don't.
no respect for people. Whereas, like, we respect people the most.
Like
and I've
people-
always been
What are
brought up
the
on good morals and that.
what are the mums down the school like with you?
So none of them actually. I don't know if they know what I do. I don't know if they do know what I do. I don't know. But I mean, like when I'm on the school run, and that I'm literally no makeup on, hair up,
Yeah, so
in my
you might not.
tracksuit.
Yeah, they might not. be
Like
able to
you would
guess.
never even recognise me. You really wouldn't. And I mean, I've never had the conversation of what you do yet. So, but you know, it's like we're like in real life we're such normal. We're a normal married couple, and like you know, people have the stigma of boring married couple. We probably would be classed as that, but I wouldn't class us as boring. But in like,
Just not as wild as people assume.
yeah, we
what
don't
people
go,
think.
we don't
It's not
go
our-
out and that. Yeah, we're not.
You live a regular life. You do what not everyone else does and
Yeah.
stuff. It's not 20. It's not a
And then when we're
24/7
in work
fuck
mode,
fest.
then we
It's
shoot
not
porn.
orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when we're at home, we're chilling and that, innit?
Yeah, like people don't realise we could literally be at. We go to garden centres and buy plants for our garden. You know, and normal stuff.
Of course.
And we're walking around the garden centre, and I might be sitting there as we're walking around the garden centre. I might be sitting there messaging people on OnlyFans. And, you know, I'm just walking around the garden centre, and, you know, I'm not saying that on OnlyFans. I'm saying I'm doing something completely
Of
different.
course.
You know,
Business
but
is business.
you
Hustle,
know,
hustle, hustle.
regular life, I'm walking around the garden centre, and then he's going, oh, do you like this plant? And I'm like, 1 minute. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice, babe. Put the phone away. You know, like it's so. We
Well,
are so normal.
I might be saying like I'm shooting this and this with 5 girls. Really, I'm cutting the grass, and then I'm stood there admiring it after, like, yeah, see how hard my grass was.
Taking pictures for Instagram, going, look how neat my grass is today.
Look at the lines in there, it's beautiful.
Or we're taking the dogs out for a walk.
Yeah,
You
take
know,
the dogs
like
out.
it's
Dogs. Was Big Lex named after my guy?
No, you know the funniest thing. So the old one who's died now, unfortunately, was called Princess.
Yeah.
So I used to call her P.
Yeah.
Because I thought I'm not running around after a pug called Princess. And when I'm out walking, I'm going, Princess. So I used to call her P. Then Lex, because obviously she's little, I used to call her Big Lex. But then obviously your P and your Big Lex, like it was just the same, innit? So just used to make me laugh.
I've got no P and Big Lex. Big Lex is my guy.
What's that with Big Lex?
Big Lex is about, man. Big Lex is about all the time. Big up Lex.
I used to have him on Insta and that, and it used to like.
Yeah, but Lex, you know, he can't be too, you know. Yeah, you can't be too social. He's got to move in the shadows.
I used to have him on there.
I'll tell him. I'll speak to him all the time. I'll message him in a minute.
Yeah, big up Big Lex.
Say again. He'll be watching this for certain. This is right up his alley.
Me and him used to have a bit.
Right up his alley, blood. This is Lex all day long. You're like,
Ready from the premiere.
Lex, yeah, come on. Lex will be there from premiere time. Premiere time, he's there. He'll be there from early.
But yeah, well, that was just the coincidence that.
Yeah, when I saw
when I used to have your tunes on,
yeah,
and you'd say Big Lex or whatever, and you used to go, "There's just a Big Lex on the thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's talking about Lex. Must be talking about old pug, innit?"
All right. Listen, on that note, we're gonna start to wrap up now. It's been great to have you done.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, bro. You know, bro.
Thanks for having us.
It's been no, I love it. And on the real, between me and you, many a time, bro. Listen, like you've always been like supportive and being like RP
from when I was 18, I think.
From early, bumping my shit and being
like.
Like,
My Dogs came out when I was 18, I think.
Yeah.
Then,
That's real.
Yeah, he's
That's
always.
the thing. The only rappers that like, and this is what I like about your show. You know, when you had Gets on and you said you're not too cool to act like you don't rate him because he's there. My favourite rappers ever, obviously Tupac's my number 1, and my second 2, Pound Sterling from when I was 18-year-old. I've listened to him consistently from then. And I still listen to him now, even though like year olds. Remember, you sent me the back catalogue even.
Come on.
But yeah, your album's like, I'm not gonna be too cool because I'm sat with you.
Yeah.
I've listened to your music from when I was 18 all the way through, even to now.
Come on, man.
So yeah, but yeah, Big Up P sent me I messaged him once and I said, because I used to have a lot of CDs and that, and then I've lost a few of them. So I messaged him once. I said, I'm missing a few, like the warm-up 2 I was missing.
Yeah,
and I said, is there anywhere where I can buy them? Like, send me the link. I need to buy them because I want to just put them in. We had a 6-disc player in the Range Rover in it. I said, I just want to stick them all in there. And he said, just send me your address. I'll send them out to you. And sent me them out.
So
Come on, that's what you're supposed to do, bro.
Yeah.
Because I knew you was gonna marry a porn star. You're gonna pattern me up. No, I'm joking. I didn't know none of that. These times it was just listen. Even when all of these come, and I saw like that I saw it was your girlfriend at the time, and I'd look and see me being me. I'm looking, I'm thinking, she looks like she might be a stripper or something. Then the first.
Thanks.
Why would you say that?
No judgment here. No judgment here. I don't know. Just I'm out here. But then the first inkling was when you put that post up. You was like, I've just seen my missus's videos out in Amsterdam. I was like, okay, that was going on. So from there, we was reasoning, and he just showed me the ins and outs. But yeah. Great to have you. I appreciate you both, how unified you are and how you work together and all the business endeavours you've done. Because we can't, listen, I'm telling you, how they've got business patterned. I know you'll do your research after this. How they've got the business side of things patterned is very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Back and toe.
And I've seen it for years.
Yeah.
I've seen it for years. I've watched, because you know me, I pay attention to it and I'll be like, that's good business. That's good business. And I can tell the business side of it is very switched on. So I hope it keeps moving, it keeps flourishing, you keep doing well. And yeah, just big you up for coming down.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Same with you, like, innit? As soon as you told me you had a podcast, I thought that's good luck.
Was one of the first people I hit up.
Listen, he told me from early doors.
One of the first people I hit up because I'm a visionary.
Yeah.
I know what I want. I remember you said to me. You said to me, so who's coming on? Then I was like, this one, that one, this one, that one. But yeah, it was one of the first.
I knew, obviously, from listening to your music, I knew what the podcast would be like. You know, you see a lot of podcasts that just talk about crud all the time.
Yeah, come on.
No one wants to hear that all the time.
No one wants to
want to talk about real stuff. So I knew from your music, it was going to be real subjects and like proper stuff. So I knew it to do well.
So
Yeah, I
that's
said get Cass is dead on, didn't I?
I remember you said that. We're gonna that Cash.
I don't know if that had ever happened, like, boy.
I don't know him personally, but you put it out there. Put it out there again into
That
the
would be
interview.
sick. Yeah, Cass is dead.
All
I
right.
thought if you can get him on as a guest, that would be.
He asked for that.
crazy.
We'll see what goes on. Who knows what the future holds?
you know what
Who
I
knows
mean?
what the
Make that
future
happen,
holds?
make that happen.
I'm sure it will. But yeah, listen, it's Winners Talking podcast. We've had Brooklyn Blue,
Come on,
Billy
salute
Marrick,
you
my
guys.
guy here. It's
Come
Big
on.
Doug, Pound Sterling, the Hustler. It's another one. It's been
There.
great.
Yep.
We're done. Stat.